Alright guys, welcome back. Harry here, known as Tradesharpe, and in today's video we're gonna look at my new setup. I'm gonna take you guys along. You guys wanted to see it. I upgraded my PC, old one was a little bit outdated. Redid my desk because I wanted something a little bit nicer, and redid my monitor setup. We're also gonna look at how to analyze your trades at the end of the week. So we're going to do a review of my trades I took this week, and we're going to look at, okay, how are you going to review these trades, because it's very important to give yourself subjective feedback on your trades. You spend a lot of time trying to learn how to trade, but then when you actually apply that information, how are you supposed to give yourself subjective feedback? We're going to look at how you do that, what you could have done better, and ways to improve. And then yeah, that's going to be the video. So we're going to take you along, show you what I've built, and show you my new setup, and hopefully you can take inspiration, maybe look to build yours similar, and it's up to you. So that being said, let's get straight into the video. Here's my old setup at the moment, running the dual monitor and on this type of corner table. It's a mess now because I'm trying to move out and get all the new stuff in. So I'm going to show you guys the new table, and then we'll put the new PC in. I'm going to use the same monitor because I just bought this. This monitor I'll probably keep and make it a vertical monitor, pretty old monitor. Then I'm probably looking to buy a new monitor, but I can't decide which one just yet. Maybe by the video is launched I will have another monitor, but we'll see. Alright, so remove the old table here. It's a mess behind the table. Need to clean everything up. And then yeah. Alright guys, so we got the table set up and pretty empty. A lot of workspace here, so super nice. It is a standing desk, so can control it from this module here, which is pretty clean. Make it standing. And yeah, pretty clean. Happy with it. Now I need to put the monitor on. I'm gonna put my PC there and set everything up. So I'm gonna show you the PC spec now for all of you guys who like to see PC specs. And yeah, let's get started with that. Put the monitor back on and all of that. All right, this is the beast here. As you can see, huge box here. I'm gonna show you the part list, and yeah, we'll have a look at the PC. We'll set it up. I'll probably take a video once it's set up, but let's have a look at the part list here. All right, for all my computer nerds, here is the PC spec build. So water-cooled Z790 board here. So pretty good board, Asus board. 13900K. So I went pretty overkill with the processor here. 32 GB RAM, DDR5. So all my guys who like specs, I went pretty overkill. I'm not really a gamer, but I want something that's future-proof, last you good many years here, and you can use to game. I can always upgrade this if I want to make this an overkill build, and I can upgrade this to like 4090, 4080, but 4070 is enough, and we'll play future games here. 1000, power supply here. 1 terabyte, nice Samsung, SSD here, and that's basically the build. So let's go set this up, and I'll show you once it's done. And just like that, we are done. Here is the big PC. Yes, sir. Check this out. What a thing. But we have to do the essentials here. Let's go. Only for YouTube. It's actually pretty tough. Ugh. Gonna tip the PC over. Get this corner going. Satisfying part 1 done. Get this out of the way. Let's do the top here. Oh, my satisfaction, guys. And then the front, the last piece here. Now let's see. Damn. So that's the PC. We have this LCD screen here. I'm gonna put my logo in there. I'll put a picture at the end when everything's set up. These lights I need to make stop going RGB. I need to fix this, not RGB. But overall, really happy with the build. I think it looks extremely aesthetic. I have not done any cable management, which I need to do. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, this is the basis of the setup. Probably gonna have my books here. On the wall here, I'm planning to put a glass as a whiteboard, and need to fill out some of the stuff. The only reason I bought this CPU liquid cooler is so I could do this. Yes, sir. That's the only reason I bought it. All right, setup is done. Super happy. Monitors look good. This is an old monitor, but it works here. Happy with how the PC turned out. Looks super good. And this is your workspace where you're working, trading. There's no point of having some half-assed setup. If it's something where you spend a lot of time then enjoy it, make it something cool. And I do appreciate these type of things because it's an experience and I really do like it. So I'm happy with how it turned out. And yeah, that's basically the setup here. And perfect for trading. Don't need really more than 2 monitors. I actually can trade only on 1 monitor, but since I have stream and I want to have my charts on this monitor and my what's this called, my MetaTrader on this, that's the only reason I have 2 monitors, is I like to have MetaTrader separately. But that's basically it. Happy with how it is. And yeah, let's get it. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the setup, and now we're on the setup on the rig, gonna discuss about this week's trade. So very happy with how this week has gone in terms of trading. The results for this week are total 4 trades, 3 wins, 1 break even. Would have been 4 for 4, but I made a slight user error, which we will discuss today, because analyzing your trades at the end of the week is a very good skill, and is something that you guys should do, because a common mistake I see people make is that you investigate your losses way more than investigating your wins. Investigating your wins is just as important as investigating maybe your mistakes or losses, because we want to replicate wins. And most people, they get euphoric about taking a win. You take a win and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it, that's amazing, and then you move on. But you never remember why you took that trade. Why did it work out? Because you feel so good. But if it's on the opposite side, you take a loss, you're like, that sucks, I need to find why that went wrong. You should have the same approach with a win. Why did that win play out? Because if you can understand that, you can replicate that over time, and then you can create those profitable scenarios and make sure that they're following your plan, and that's how you're going to be profitable. So it's just as important to go over your winning trades. So obviously I follow most of my plan here, so at the end of the day, there won't be as much stuff to cover. But basically, we started off the week here with a very heavy push. First trading day of the year, immediately ripped with a very heavy push towards the upside here, and I needed to find a way in. Now, I wanted some form of pullback. There was not even 5-minute pullbacks here. Price was at resistance. Right here, we got a thunderstorm setup. Now, this is one of my setups. All of the setups that I discussed today, I do have videos on. My top 3 setup video, also in my free course and all of that stuff. It's all there. So the thunderstorm is its separate video. I will leave a link to that video up here or somewhere about the thunderstorm. But basically, I'll post a screenshot of the MetaTrader. As you can see, I got entered slightly higher than where I wanted to. So the thunderstorm, I'm not going to go to 5-minute here, otherwise it will rewind the whole thing. The thunderstorm is basically an entry where we have a 15-minute close like we did here, and we enter break of a 5-minute pause candle high. And that setup is a very, very clean setup here, and I was happy with my stop loss, happy with my TP. I was targeting this resistance here, which is fair, and that's exactly what I got, right? I got that to that resistance. I didn't see any rejection at that resistance, so I squeezed it a little bit more, giving me 15 pips. As soon as I saw it rejecting, closed out, and that was that, not to be greedy. So happy with that scalp. It pushed super fast on the open. I'm happy with my execution. It was super. You can watch the stream because we took this on stream, and if you watch it in stream, you'll see that it just happened like a lightning, before I could even talk about it. So was discussed, but the actual entry, you had to be super quick and ready to catch that. But happy with that first trade, pretty clean, nothing much to discuss. Happy with TP, happy with SL, happy with management. Same day, New York session, did get a breakout out of this range. Now for this trade, this is a good trade to review. So why is this good to review? Well, if you notice, I'm buying at resistance, nothing closed above. People be like, Harry, when is it your rules not to close above and take a trade? So the reason why is because this is using higher time frame. This was also 1 hour close. What happened on the 1 hour close? Well, the 1 hour closed above all its resistances and had clean range. So as this 1 hour makes a nice bottom wick to grab liquidity, I can just use the 15-minute to find a good stop loss placement that will avoid me. This is why I didn't want to do the 5-minute. 5-minute would be a lot worse, but I don't need to use a stop loss placement that is going to be something too wide. I can run it tight behind 15-minute structure and rely on price breaking the high to give me this push. Now, all the guys in the exclusive on Zoom, if you're watching this video, you guys remember when we took this trade, 1 minute candle pushed here, and I closed out my trade 16 pips. The next 1 minute went for an absolute rocket for like another 16 pips. So that's my improvement on this trade, is that I was looking at this resistance here, but really there was no reason to close. There was no rejection. I was just happy with the profits and decided to close, but there was no reason to do so. I could have left it and caught a little bit extra of that move up into this next resistance. As we can see, that would have been clean and easy. So looking back at that, I think that could have been an improvement let my TP run, extend it a little bit more, catch a little bit more about this move. Now, the next trade here, which was taken day before yesterday. Actually, no, for you watching this video, it won't matter, but this was taken on Thursday. This is salty trade. This is a winning trade here, but I managed wrong here. So what happened with me here is that I got stopped out with with spread, sorry. And reason being is that as we approach the 30-minute resistance, I didn't want to get into a position where 30-minute taps the resistance and then we break the low here and then I end up in an unprofitable position. The whole idea behind this trade was that we're in a bullish trend, and if you notice, all of my trades during the week are all following bias. So that's number one thing that I have to note this week, is that I was correct following my bias of buys, because that's what kept me safe. So following that bias, I needed a support to be created, respecting this zone, closing above this small resistance. That gives me an opportunity to come and retest these highs here, especially when we see price form a bearish candle here, and then break the highs as well, like a setup 3 type scenario here. If you guys are hearing about setup 1, setup 2, setup 3, those are the setups that I use. Again, I do discuss them in other videos here, but the whole idea of this is to show you guys a recap and discuss a little bit about why I took the trades and how I could improve. So my idea was, to continue the bullish trend here. Once price creates this strong support, that should be the indication, right, with the 15 closing bullish, that I should get continuation, which is exactly what I got. But when we tapped this 30 resistance, as I said, I didn't want to get rejection and lose the trade. I normally do something which basically means I will watch to see if it starts getting below my entry, I'll just close, because that's showing me rejection. And this is only a scenario when we have that resistance so close. But instead of closing manually, I dragged my SL so I could be fast, but I was supposed to calculate below my entry like 3 pips or something, because that's where I started to see it bounce. And I didn't calculate that right. I put like 0.8 pips for some reason. And of course, spread stopped me out, and you can watch that back in stream. I'll post a screenshot of of me getting stopped break even, and you can watch back on the Thursday stream. I was like, guys, I messed up. I got stopped break even. I mean, the rest of the people managed to profit off this, catch a very nice move here. Congrats. And that's a user error. So in trading, we'll have 3 types of error. You'll have a technical analysis based error, you'll have an emotional error, and you'll have basically a user error or system error, right? Internet went down, server issues. These are the 3 errors that could make you, mess up in a trade. Now, the main are, of course, emotional and technical error. And that's what you need to. So I did not make any technical error, nor did I make an emotional error. It was a user error of moving my stop loss instead of manually closing, which I always do. But that's outside of my control. The main thing is what I control after that incident has happened, because most people lose control after something like that happens, because FOMO, greed, and FOMO, starts to settle in, because you'll be like, ah, shit, I was supposed to play out, let me jump in here, let me jump in here. Now, it would have worked out this time, but in the future, if that reversed, that's a losing trade. And your profit would have been up there anyways. Your entry would have been here, take profit would have been somewhere here anyways. I would have personally closed probably somewhere around here as we reach this wick or something, 20 pips, but this thing ran. So for me, the main thing was saying, listen, I've missed the move because of my user error. Do not jump in, wait for the next best trade. And luckily the next best trade came in New York session again. Form structure, I did not FOMO into this, buying green candles. I waited for structure to form. Price closed above the range, and I wanted to capitalize of this very nice clean trading zone we had here of clean candles, because those are the zones we look to trade. Simple trade here, stop loss below the candle, entry break of high. Now this candle here, I used the 1 minute to take profit, so there was a daily resistance here, and anything plus that daily resistance was a bonus. So I just trailed on 1 minute, and I'll post the screenshot of the trade on 30 minute, and I'll post another screenshot now of the trade trailed on 1 minute, and you can see how when that 1 minute candle rejected is where I closed the trade. So that was just a 1 minute trail in order to allow me to take that trade. So that's the way. I'm happy with the way I managed that, and no real improvement on that there. And yeah, that's basically, so basically in like 9 minutes here, reviewed all my trades during the week, and then Friday, no trades taken. You can see the difference of nice full pushes here, nice smooth pushes compared to Friday chop, NFP day as well. So this is the ability not to trade, right? Part of being a trader is the ability not to trade. and knowing to stay out of this chop where we see inconsistency, no continuation, compared to easy moves like this is where you want to be involved. And again, all of these moves following one bias of buys, and you can see they all play out. So not trying to short, not trying to be smarter, just follow the momentum until it ends. Trend is your friend until it ends, and then staying out the chop, identifying that, hey, price is not moving as smoothly as I would like it to, so I'm not going to try anything tricky here and mess up my week. So that is basically the review. So I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did enjoy that, let me know in the comments below. If you're sticking to the end of the video, leave a like, leave a subscribe. You know the YouTube business, I appreciate it greatly. And yeah, with that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Peace.